played through these next 2 days and in the first round on both of those days. So now it's going to be a little bit even more of a shakeup as we head into the plane for round number 1.
That's right. We're going east to the west, and we're in the southern part of the map. And, well, if you like to go to Los Leones, if that's your favorite place to holiday, you can head right there. Personally, I'm a Hacienda kind of guy.
For these teams, not a lot of experience, not a lot of time to scrim, and the first time they're all going to meet each other on this map. It's going to be very important to try to establish through these first 2 games or these first 2 rounds on Miramar who is going to be where. And now it's going to be, is there that extra space? Is that going to be a bonus, or is that going to lead to a little bit slower of a pace that's going to lead to too much congestion in the later rounds?
Yeah, this is what I think we're talking about this at the very start of the day. Like, how do you even move around? Like, is a bike really your best friend when you try and go over this very rocky kind of style terrain that Miramar does offer? And do you even have the hot dropping? We had a small moment. You can't actually hot drop when you don't know exactly where everyone's going to come in. But this is what we saw in the earlier scrim today, where Liquid as well as Myth, they both contested for Picado. This plane was a lot better than the early scrim run, so they are right on top of each other. This is danger zone for both teams to get a good start.
So for Liquid, I imagine that they're going to maybe want to back off or at least try and get geared before they try and go at Myth here. This is something we noticed through the scrims. Myth wanting to get aggressive early. They are sharing some real estate, so we'll see if this turns into some early kills.
Well, Keen, he's already managed to find himself a Tommy gun. Pino in the greatest car that does exist. This one actually has the top up. Keep the sand out. That's a very south circle.
Very reflective of the play zone, but that's going to be a lot of pressure coming into the north, which is going to be difficult to deal with as there's a lot of water in play. So that's going to mean that these real estate areas is going to be kind of contested. That Leones South region, that center is going to be right along the coastline, and that's going to lead a lot of map pressure right along that northern portion of the play zone.
I suppose the team Ghost is going to be feeling the happiest about this. They're down there in the southeast corner, and they can just start moving along the coast, get in unobstructed into a nice early position. But long-range contesting, you need that great loot. You need the good range. Luckily, it is buffed up a little bit. And Gaxi, yeah, what do you want? You actually going to try and follow?
It looks like neither of these guys have guns right now. So for Sheehan Blue, he's looking to find a bit of a foothold here. Gaxi just trying to find anything. Looking like they dropped for a vehicle or looking for a vehicle spawn, and neither of them found one.
They're dropping for exercise. This is fitness 101.
Gaxi does have Miracle to support. They are outside of San Martin, another great loot spot.
Xian Blue is actually taking a couple of shots.
That's Miracle helping out, I believe.
Just over this. Actually, yeah, it's a refund. It's refund in the Hacienda. It looks like Miyu could not get the hit down, so just a couple of chips. Still surprisingly Myth as well as Liquid. Not going to do that one again today. They actually bailed out. There was a couple of Myth players who have already left Picado and moved down towards the west. So
tentative truce in Picado.
Yeah, it's like we agree to loot this part. You can loot that part. It's almost like watching Welcome to South George and Genji Black battling over Georgopol.
So for Liquid, I imagine that it's going to be a rotation issue. That once the loot phase is over, they're going to have to decide how they want to get out of Picado and into the play zone. As rarely as we see in Miramar that Picado was not in the first zone, they are going to have to rotate slightly south. But most teams are not anywhere near the play zone right now, so we'll see if anyone decides to end their loot phase early and move into the zone to grab a very important center compound, as we've seen so much. Teams going center and trying to play conservatively in the first half of a tournament, and then slowly making their way to the edge and playing more of a fluid play style later on.
I suppose you do at least have the large amount of time. Like, it's amazing how much time you have inside of phase 1 just to get your loot and then start your way all the way down. But the circle's not going to pressure you that early on. I'm interested, like, if any team, like if Na'Vi, for example, decides to even go down to the prison island. Like, does it feel like suicide the second you head to Prison Island?
Yeah, I mean, you do not want to cross bridges, choke points, water more than one time or unnecessarily in a round. It just leads to too much RNG as far as who could be at the edge of a bridge, who could have line of sight on you, and really what the circle does. Oh. Wow. Nice shot.
Goodbye, Dre.
That's that.
CGX, they get the first kill of the first person. Maybe Jarron can also work in. 4 AM, trying to move on through. Can't connect hard enough, however, so it will be actually maybe with the mini, not with that optic, however.
A little bit difficult to hit that shot in rotation. Now for the Knights, losing a player this early is big. They were looking to have a bounce back here in this first-person perspective portion of the tournament. Not a great showing in third person. A few moments of greatness and a good first day, but did not translate into overall success for one of the most fragging teams in PUBG.
Lion K is being just more of a nuisance. CPT thought he could just grab the extra car and drive off. God V's going to have to come back for him, however. As Liquid are also making their run. Homboya, he's got to be careful. If he loses that wheel, that car is almost impossible to control for him. Up the hill and onto the main road. He's got it. He's smoking a lot, but he is away from the rest of Liquid.
He's going to be received by another team as he moves along, but vehicle denial in Miramar is going to be huge. We already saw tires being popped. Miramar is a much larger map land-wise than Erangel, even though they're technically the same size. Much more land at play. But that means you're going to need vehicles to hit those rotations in time to get away from the circle. And when you're going this far south, if you have vehicles being disabled, it's going to be a long walk.
I actually cannot believe how far 4AM has managed to get. They're crossing the bridge down to Prison Island, or at least they're sitting on the northern edge of it. So they've come a very, very long way, taken a lot of fire, but they made it. And they made it in one piece, or 4 pieces altogether.
So for WTSG, a bit of a slow start to the loot phase, but looks like they're rolling right along. And here's the guy we have had our eye on all tournament. This is Eska on Genji Gold. He's won MVP after MVP through all tournaments, all portions of the tournament so far, and now looking to make a mark on FPP. Something that I think the Eastern region is now starting to accept more and more as the preferred competitive game mode.
Okay, you're going to ride with style. I think he's going to leave his car behind, but that's a fantastic cover for him. So OMG's in position as everyone stays together.
OMG's had a decent tournament so far, but I think they have a little bit more in the gas tank per se.
Liquid actually caught up to the rest of Myth. Samty's able to get a knock.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, they're coming across the road with the grenade. They actually get the kill as well. The rest of Myth, they'll get into the death blade on the other side of the road. Difficult for Liquid to cross over, especially as Jeems will be knocked.
Nade looks okay.
Samty, he's looking to actually come up. It's Minoru who's going for the large flank around that left-hand side of Team Liquid. Hoping to cut them off, but this res has to come now and has to come fast. Another nade from Svit. It's a little bit too far up by the looks of it.
Minoru looking for that full flank. Does not want to crest over this ridge, however. Doesn't have the vision he needs. Maybe looking for a flashbang before he goes. He will throw it out. Scoom's a little bit far away from his teammates. He's holding that flank defense on the right side, but there's no one there.
They already got what they kind of wanted, right? Myth is down to 3 players. They've still got the numbers. They just don't have the vision, and it's no man's land across the road.
Myth doesn't want to press this. The way they smoked that flank was a good move.
You could hear the car firing up. They just want to get out.
Yep. Gold on rotation as well. Circle now encroaching. It's going to be faster on the high side of the play zone. So it looks like we've already seen a couple of teams head to the coast. Ghost is down already. And it looks like 4AM has that full center compound. Nice dead center. And this fight actually is not over yet. Liquid not aware of the fact that Myth is backed all the way off, but Myth isn't backing down either. They're not ready to leave just yet.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they believe they can get a couple of at least knocks onto Team Liquid to cause a couple of problems. And it's in Liquid's ballpark, right? Like, do they drive out first? Because if you drive out first, you're going to take a lot of shots. So do you wait it? Do you push it?
Yeah, there's no real good way to escape from this. They'll have to go up that hill to get away from Liquid. So for now, they're just going to try and hold on to this. But they're not getting a lot of vision. Liquid able to move around relatively unopposed from Myth.
Yeah, meanwhile, back in the middle of the circle, you can see OMG very nicely locked into the mountainside. And they're 2-2 split. 4AM, they've decided to take the northern side of the bridge as AVG have a nice crossroad almost control to the northern side of your screen.
OMG and 4AM in the relatively same area. Refund on the way south as well with OHM. So for now, it's going to be about what this circle does next. If the water shifts early, that might mean most teams not having to move much. But if the water stays in play, that's going to mean even more pressure all along that northern side.
OHM trying to have a crack at Refund. They've already done their drive-through. But UMP from that range, SMGs are good, but not that good. And there's Myth finally on the run. Samty, you'll get a vision, but I don't know if he can get a knock. That's the only way he's really going to stop this Myth escape. Sees him for a second. He's sitting in the back. Okay, that may help when they're slowed down. The bullets come flying and Myth bail out.
Interesting choice there. They're all going to bail onto this one shack. That's going to leave Liquid a ton of maneuverability to get up and around these ridges. Use that to their advantage to get height on Myth, and that could mean that they'll be trapped in that area, but they're going to try and make an escape again. That's the right call.
Yeah, it was a good time too. Sampy went back into the defilade, so he didn't have any more vision, so Myth can just get back in that car, drive off, and this time they won't actually take the fire.
This is a big risk. They're all in one vehicle, and they're in rotation going south. And not only that, they're leaving a little bit late, and they're having trouble dealing with the terrain. So for Myth, they're putting all their eggs in the proverbial one basket right now, and this could be disastrous if they run into a team.
Where's those dirt paths when you need them? It's just Myth on the run.
Here we go. It's going to be AVG.
Yep. Mumino, here's your moment. If Myth's going to be all together, light them up, fire them up. There is a rock for Myth to take cover behind, but Spit, as well as Mumino, have already taken so much damage. AVG on the run, almost going to knock themselves, but it's Mumino getting the knock onto Svit, and they're now taking the fire from behind. Is WTSG getting involved? And Myth are in the worst position. The first team taken out here.
That was really hard for them. They had to stay in that one vehicle. They had trouble dealing with the terrain, and they had to jump out when Avangard showed themselves. WTSG put pressure from behind, and that was a very easy team wipe. Myth going out first.
Yeah, that's no man's land. It's impossible to really drive through it as well, and especially with momentum. And these pre-established positions the teams have already claimed look good. Upside is you've still got CGX as well as the Honey Badgers. They're coming in a little bit later through the north. They won't have that problem, but now they will. This circle is about 50, like 45% water.
That's a problem. OHM now receiving fire from Avangard as well. Now that western side of the play zone and all along the north is going to be a tremendous firefight as teams trying to get position in the new play zone. CGW and Ghost in good spots right now, but really looks like Genji Gold has the best overall spot because I'm going to think that water is going to come out of the play zone next, and that is going to leave them in great position. But this is going to be a very difficult rotate. Very difficult.
They moved off the bridge so early on, and everyone's coming to Ghost. Ghost have the position. Miou's going to be the first one to come in closer. He'll stop on the other side of the defilade, so Balak and Turtle, they're tasked with holding the hill. McCoy's down in the building. But 4 AM, okay, they're just going to keep running the beach side. Get the sand in the tires.
Team Gates also on rotation coming across the bridge. They're going to have to stop there just for safety. Nothing they can do. Vehicles are going to become very difficult to use here very early in this game. Refund on the way in. Looks like they're going to have to stop here and grab this compound, the only open one, but looks like OHM is going to have something to say about it.
Yeah, but at least Refund can do this 2-2 split as Lion K using the Groza, able to knock out and kill off Texas. So Knights losing their first.
McCoy trying to pick up one on rotation here.
Bullets flying just a little bit behind. Would have been nice to claim it.
I wouldn't be surprised for some to try and ditch into the water here.
No momentum. That car's not built for hills. Ubar can't get the knock, however. Na'Vi hoping for it. Not the greatest position for Na'Vi on the road on the edge of the defilade.
They have to back it off. Genji Black just has too much of a vision advantage there on the top of that hill.
And they're moving quickly too, thanks to the fact they've still got their vehicles up on the hill. So Na'Vi, Genji Black will know they got shot at. They're going to try and get rid of them.
Knight's already 2 down. Looking to have a good first game here, but just not working out for them so far.
Don't worry, they've got another 7 rounds of first-person perspective. The push comes over. Team Liquid, they're going to take a hill all of their own. There's a lot of battle. Like Na'Vi, remember, they're still not in. So Genji Black as well as Na'Vi battling it out, but they still have to push to the east, and the circle is coming. And this circle moves quickly. And Miramar can be deceptive with the map size, but it will come quick, and they're still going to push in to 4 AM or holding the western side of the circle. I say holding only barely. It's actually Team Gates who are there.
You can see that vision advantage playing a big factor for Na'Vi. They can't really do anything about Genji Black, and holding those peaks is not going to be a good idea. But now with this next shift, if that water comes out early, it's going to mean that a lot of these teams are going to have nowhere to go.
Yeah, there's that choke point, that OMG line. Team Gates on the hillside, CGW a little bit further up, and Black and Na'Vi both must push in. Liquid's going the long way around. They've gone north to push to the east. But if they're not careful, they're going to get pincered. There are some other friends coming in from the northwest.
Na'Vi has probably the hardest path into this next play zone. They're going to be coming between Team Gates on the bridge, OMG in a bunker just above them. Not to mention Genji Black is going to have to figure out if they want to rotate north or south But Gen G Black might just want to wait it out to see what the circle does before they move all the way.
It's like, does Gates have a boat? Is that their only way to get off this island they're currently on?
Team Gates has not put themselves in good position here on this bridge. They had to stop, but now they have no way to jump off it without getting pressure from Na'Vi and these other teams.
Na'Vi probably thought no one's gonna be silly enough to stay on that bridge, because there's no plan B when you're on the bridge, especially when Exco is going to get knocked out. Upa is able to claim him. But CGX, they've actually found Gen G Black. Dramatic and Yoonroot are being knocked down, so CGX hold the line. But the circle, here it is. And with Gen G Black being knocked, they're leaving him. They're actually going to be 2 men down.
CGX actually got in front of them somehow. Gen G Black maybe waiting a little bit too long. Now Liquid getting involved. CGW also there. Now this is what I was talking about, all that pressure. Now the waters come all the way out of the play zone. Gen G Gold still holds the circle. They have a few friends in tow, but now that western side is going to be a bloodbath.
Knocked out the big man. He needs his teammate to step up. A Sexy Pig. He'll take the fall, and Gen G Black 19th position to start off their first person.
Na'Vi still not out of the water yet. They are trying to get out of the beach and find some good position. Team Gates now trapped on that bridge. They have now chosen the military island. Team Gates botching the positioning a little bit. Now they're going to have to find a way off this bridge and off this island.
Yeah, they need boats. That's the only way they can make this run. Check that eastern coast of the South Island.
Only 40 seconds before they have to move fully, and they're split both between the bridge and the island. Na'Vi now holding the choke on the bridge, but they can't stay there either. They have a long trek ahead of them.
And they see OMG already making the run down the road, so even if they push forward, they know there's others in front, so Gates just looking to try and wreck Na'Vi. It was meant to be Na'Vi's.
Wow.
This is their mode. It was meant to be their time. That's all a bit off target.
God.
And no, Pino! Not like this! He's cooked to the chips!
Oh my God. Between Mossy missing every single shot and Refund killing their teammates, this is not a good first start for some of these teams.
It's rough. It's rough to say the least. Silent BT, he's going to fall as well. Godby from 4 a.m. able to claim him. This is that 4 a.m. roadblock. They're put in position, but the rest of OMG, they're driving through, but they're going into Profi, who's just this loose end of Ghost. Trying to find the early position. Now is Xiao Rong, who gets knocked over. If Profi can actually capitalize on this situation.
Why is he by himself? Where's the rest of Ghost?
They were 3 and 1. They split up so early on. They split up about 10 minutes ago.
Profi off on his own, something we've seen time and time again. Now having to deal with a Groza-laden OMG. Profi's got to back this off and get back with his team, but he's going to have to run uphill, put himself in vision. Team Gates has zero maneuverability here.
Yep.
They're still shooting at Na'Vi, but it's all for naught.
Why do I feel like they're just griefing Na'Vi in their position? Meanwhile, Scoon brought down by Van, so WTSG doing some work. Even Jean's going to be knocked, but it's...
the smoke, he lost him.
He ran straight through the edge of the smoke. Neoyu whipped the targets, chased the footsteps. If there was a blood trail, he'll track that. Shooting around the corner, can't find him.
Well,
Ryopi is knocked. That's at least guaranteed points for him. He'll bleed out, preps the grenade, and where is the friend?
Indoor
he thinks he's nearby, but he's not. He's on the outside of the wall.
Well, he's trying. That's what counts.
Yeah, it's definitely the thought that counts. That's what happens when you get a bad gift for your girlfriend, and she's very thankful for it.
Liquid did lose a player or two in rotation. Now we're following Samty by himself. They got tangled with WTSG, but CGW there as well. Samty trying to stay quiet with that Vector.
I don't know
for some reason.
Did Marimo see? Okay, Marimo obviously didn't see Samty.
No. Yeah, Samty's the last man standing for Liquid, so unfortunately for them.
He's got 2.5 clips in of that Vector. I don't know exactly what Samty wants to achieve apart from wait it out.
Becoming the Vector guy is the darkest timeline for a competitive player, but he will find himself in the play zone even though he's going to have a lot of company with him.
He'll get 2 kills and then all of a sudden the light. Well, he'll knock down the first one. Quick reload. Looks for the second. Head seen for half a second and it's not going to be enough. And that is Team Liquid out in 18th position. And the circle. How hard do you want to shift?
Over and over again. Now it's going to be a complete migration for all of these teams, save for the Chiefs and AHQ, who are the only teams in the play zone. They're going to want to try and get on the further side, avoid all this oncoming pressure. Na'Vi has left Team Gates in the blue somewhere. It looks like they're just now entering the zone.
Hey, at least they're able to get in. Considering the position they're in, they should be very happy to be alive. But Chiefs, it's just like Australian tourism. Eventually, everyone comes to you for a holiday, and everyone is going east.
Thank you, Crocodile. I appreciate that throwback.
Yeah, this is a knife included in the game. New skins.
Wow. There's Miou.
Yeah, CGW. They're going to end at least the loose end of Refund.
Here comes Genji Gold arriving actually as AHQ retreating.
Did K3 see the loot drop? I don't know if he actually took it. Savage is in full defense from the Chiefs. They at least have made their own wall.
Yeah.
The K3 is just trying to Evel Knievel escape this over the hill and far, far away.
Genji Gold getting a little bit of luck now, but moving first and grabbing this area is going to be great for them. They'll be playing gatekeepers as everyone else is still on foot trying to make their way. Genji Gold has stayed ahead of the curve. The Chiefs getting the zone. But for now, OMG is actually in a good position to push the gap and get into the zone by themselves. The Knights still with 0 kills and only 2 players left, trying to find a way into the zone, and they are now trying to get away from the circle, which has already started to move.
Yeah, everyone's running from it. Gates were able to get themselves in. Hilariously enough, 2 players got through on the west, even though we're knocked as well. CGW down the hill. Na'Vi opening up and boom into the pole. Staked at the post. How does Na'Vi still actually have 4 players left alive and running?
Well, Team Gates missed every single one of their shots. So
that does help.
So for Genji Gold, I think they have a nice high ground spot. They have flexibility of cover, and now they can see Na'Vi on the move. Eska dealing more with 4AM, but they're staying active on all sides.
Yeah, Genji Gold are going to absolutely love this. This is the position for the southern part of the circle. Refund, Na'Vi, 4AM, CGX goes. Everyone will have to pass them, and that means a lot of kill opportunities for the team that actually hasn't claimed anything yet. It's actually Champs who gets a knockdown onto OHM Colorist.
Eska trying to pick away with that SKS. 4AM in rotation, taking a lot of damage. No downs just yet, but they're being completely hemmed by Genji Gold. They're going to have to get up this hill and away from them. But Genji Gold is, again, showing how they contain... Oh, Loki actually goes down. Nice shot from HQ.
This could be an opening. This is when, like, Genji Gold, maybe they're bitten off more than they can chew in this defense. You've still got 1 minute and 15 seconds before the circle will finally lock him in.
Honey Badger Nation going at Savage. The grenades landing. Ragnar is down. The rest actually having to get away. They have a line of sight on the Chiefs as well. Honey Badger Nation playing the gatekeepers on the north side.
Yep. But everybody's in, so no one's under any pressure to move just yet. WTST is definitely going to be licking the edge of the blue. But Knights,
4AM and Ghost are kind of battling on the edge. Exco and Mortify trying to make their way into the zone. Mortify taking a lot of pressure.
It's hilarious because the players we're watching, the Knights, they're smack bang in the middle of these 4 groups. And it's just going to be a nightmare for them. Mortify gets knocked out as McCoy. He'd get that one. That leaves only 1 player left. Exco is the last one up.
They lost Profi for basically no reason. Profi by himself got trapped alone, and he got nothing for it. So now Ghost still with 3 strong.
Oh, Balak.
Ooh, that was a nice shot from God V.
Clipping through the trees, just firing over the top of the defilade and gets a winner.
And now Ghost is in trouble. They have the blue at their back, and it's going to start to do a lot of damage, and they have very little time to maneuver. Ghost looking at elimination here.
Yeah, this is rough to say the least. 4 squads inside the circle on that western side, and Ghost have to run through it. Same with Gates, same with Knights. We're going to move north. So no one gets to be in the middle of the circle, and Ghost get to die outside the circle. 4AM, light them up and finish them off. Ghost out in 15th. 4AM, they're dead, God V, they're dead.
A little bit of a bonus ball there. Now we're going to have to move a little bit further north. Genji Gold actually in vehicles. Chiefs staying very active on this compound they've had.
Gold, careful where you're going. Navi's just down there to your south. If they push up hard, you know those vehicles make so much noise. And Gold are getting out. Navi's going to be there. Molodoy opens up. 1-2. They'll drop. Supports come in. Esker and Chelita, they've got to do some work now as Upa already in position, lighting up the back of the truck. Gold are on the full run right now. Navi looking to clean them up. They get the knock, and now it's up to Eska. He is the man. He is the dream, but now it's OHM coming in.
OHM has the full high ground. They're going to maneuver around. They know he's down there. Eska only has a little bit of cover. The nades rain in. He's got to smoke and get away.
Smoke's already popped. They've still got the line of fire. The car is Austin powered. He gets far enough away as it explodes that Eska will survive.
Chelidor is actually still in a down state. We've seen Genji Gold and Genji Black use their utility to masterful effect. If he can get back to his teammate and get a res, they could save this round because now Na'Vi has turned their sights onto OMG.
Yeah, they're pushing up the hill. They're looking to actually claim OMG's position and own this eastern side of the circle if it's possible.
Circle already closing. This is really forcing teams into some desperate situations. OHM has the zone on 4AM. Eska does have the zone as well. He might have given up on his teammate, Na'Vi has OMG to their flank. The Chiefs have still held on to that compound they've had for so long.
It seems like such a hard run. Like, how does Na'Vi even deal with OMG? You've got a Groza 1, but you've still got the nade range. That's what both teams are just staying slightly out of range of.
Meanwhile, this is really benefiting Honey Badger Nation, who has the northeastern side completely to themselves. They've got hard cover. WTSG has a ridge, but it's going to be hard to deal with that later. Na'Vi now getting after OHM. This is good for Gen G Gold.
Yeah, it really is. And OMG may try and capitalize on it. Uban's going to get the knockout and the kill. Chelita's going to take a fall. But now here comes 4 a.m. They'll finish off Genji Gold.
With full effect, 4 extra grenades.
But now because they just popped everything off, OMG, they push Na'Vi. Not only a down, but a finish from Zhao Hai.
OMG getting very active here. The nade follow-up, trying to finish off Drainies. Here comes more grenades. His teammates now getting online. 4AM coming up from behind as well. This is getting hot for Na'Vi.
Na'Vi's got to choose who they're fighting. They're trying to shoot 4 a.m. as they make the run for the house. There's a small little group of OHM on the hill just above 4 a.m. Everyone's got so many options as far as the battles go. Even up on the top, you've got Savage, WTSG, and AVG all having this real tight area. And as the circle constricts for another time, we'll see who's forced where. Are we going to go? We're going southeast as Funky M gets the kill on Colorist. He'll lose his life for it, however.
Yeah, Funky M does go down there. A nice last stand. But now Na'Vi still looking good, but OMG and 4AM going bananas here.
You don't see him. We can see him. We can see him through walls, but he cannot. The knock will finally be there thanks to Guken. Coming up the side.
7 kills total. 4AM coming alive. OMG is still there as well. Na'Vi between the two Chinese teams. They're going to have to hold them both off.
Yeah, they
WTSG is going as well.
Yeah, Savage, they've been caught in the open for so long. Vard, that nade looks long, and it looks pretty damn good.
That's a little bit short, perhaps.
No instant explosion. The Chiefs are seeing WTSG and Savage. They know where they're locked down. As Na'Vi, Molodoy, he'll go. Lion K finishing him off. Both Groza as well as Nade.
Na'Vi is in real trouble here. Only iLane left standing. It's between the two Chinese teams now.
Oh, and CPT's coming in behind them too. Like, they're surrounded on all sides.
OMG did lose one of their players. 4AM looking very strong here.
AHQ have managed to take majority of the middle of the circle. Honey Badgers are happy to hold the northern side and keep WTSG out as the Chiefs actually continue to get more and more knocks, but it's AVG who will eliminate the Knights.
Wow. Avangar quietly having a good game here. 4 players alive for them. WTSG now getting tagged from behind. They have no maneuverability, but now the circle is forcing everyone center.
4 a.m., the nade into the heart. iLane will fall, and there goes Na'Vi out in 9th.
Both Chinese teams making the top 10 here initially. Savage still involved. Again, Honey Badger Nation quietly having a 4-strong game here. Not too much maneuverability for them. All they have to do is come in slowly into the zone.
That's a slippery Aussie right there. Critical, making it into cover.
So it looks like the Chiefs and 4AM are going to have to go at each other here. There's no way around it.
Yeah, Chiefs are just trying to make this open run. They've been in the circle for so long, and now it's 4 a.m. They'll get the knock onto Edge. AVG may want to get involved too. This is some easy points for them in Edge.
A lot of utility here.
Yeah, smokes are out.
Chiefs have to basically go full defensive. Avangar is coming from the other side. This is going to be a 3-way team fight.
Oh, Savage.
4AM going full aggro. The nades coming out. They're going to use that ridge to their advantage.
That looks a little bit too short, however. Chiefs, they're still inside the circle here, but you're right, 4 a.m. They're leaving CPT on that backside with any kind of information, but thanks to this quick push from GodV, they're able to get through, but GodV is OMG who are spoiling this entire push. GodV's only going to get knocked. He's going to go down.
They came up onto the ridge, and that gave them line of sight. Now 4AM has recognized that and has backed off of Chiefs. They cannot finish that push. That's great for the Chiefs, but OMG is going to be able to see them as well. Chiefs not out of the woods, figuratively or literally yet.
Yeah, they can get into the valley. That's the only safe place for them. Well, we say that once we see where the circle goes.
Now Avangar getting at the Chiefs.
P for potato. Down he goes. So Chiefs are down to 3. Now they're realizing that Avangar have a good line of sight towards them. And yeah, 10 kills. It's the silent achievers on the side. Now it's Champs' turn.
Nice shot from Champs.
M4. AHQ losing another one. OMG.
That Groza doing some work.
Such a beautiful weapon when people are forced to fight close. The circle, we have gone northwest. Vard's inside of it, so at least WTSG don't have to go that far. But AHQ are gatekeeping OMG.
OMG rotating on the right-hand side behind AHQ. Now here come the defensive grenades. Wyson trying to get something going.
That's right on Xiaorong.
trading though.
Anyone got a second grenade to finish him off? Xiao Hai is coming over to pick his teammate up.
They need some smokes here, I think.
I think he popped one of them.
Man,
Chiefs, they're in a lot of trouble.
From every side. Poor Chiefs keep getting shot from multiple teams. Avangar still rotating north, looking for the remnants of WTSG, but they know Honey Badger Nation is there, and this grenade fight continues.
Yeah. Actually, did Wason just get killed off by, like he just took a nade damage, I think, from his teammates behind.
I think he was
He'll
already
die
down.
out. Yeah, he was already down. So they were just finishing him off. Oh, the trap. CPT will fall.
I have to trade this.
It's a 300 pass.
Nice molly. Oh no, run!
He's got to get out of it. Mumino's trying to line him up too. 4 a.m. They're kind of like trapped in the corner. And the Molotov will find the kill.
They didn't get away without damage, however. Aluka all the way down. There goes the Chiefs.
7th position for them. Aluka kicking alive for his team.
OMG looking good though.
Yeah, they're looking fantastic. Lion K is the #1 point scorer so far. 75 alone from the kills.
Looking really good. So as far as this map is concerned, it looks like Avangar has decent map control. Honey Badger Nation has not come all the way into the zone just yet. WTSG has snuck into this top 6 situation, but OMG looks to be the most active, and they're staying all over Honey Badger Nation, who have lost their cover now. AHQ has 1 left standing, but 4 a.m. still trying to keep this together.
This is such a crazy circle. You got a little bit of defilade to work with, and then some farm gear, which is in absolute disarray. But the teams, they just can't be stable. They can't hold anywhere. So they have to push. They have to take these fights, and that's what AVG are doing right now. Knocking and killing off Gaxi. They need to make sure Vard is gone as well, and they'll own this top circle. But maybe this doesn't matter. We go east.
Honey Badger Nation has received every circle so far this game, and they've been riding it very well, but now it's a matter of can they deal with OMG, and will the last man from AHQ play spoiler?
Xiao Rong, actually, OMG, he got knocked down. They're still trying to get back up again, but here comes the push from Honey Badgers coming onto that OMG position around the corner, but the Cruiser, it can do some work.
Oh, Xiao Hai.
Even AVG's getting involved.
AVG across the way, they're taking some kills, but they've also taken down 4 a.m. from the looks of it. They only have 1 left standing.
Wick, it's Wick, of course it's Wick.
Always Wick.
And Wick at the end, how many grenades have you got, man? Here comes OMG, they want to ensure these 15 points if they can.
Avangar completely sideswiped them there. Honey Badger Nation not even getting a single down onto OMG, and now 4 a.m. will be eliminated by Avangar, who's picked up a ton of kills through the back half of this game.
Yeah, Diaz is able to come in through the side and claim him. Wick's in one corner, Winner hiding in the shack as OMG. They've got Org, they've got Groza. They're looking for any kind of railgun fire.
Winner can't
they need information, and Winner, how covered is he?
He can't do anything. He has got no vision, only some audio information there. Xiao Hai looking for the shots, and he will get them. Wick is down.
There goes the Honey Badgers. Down to 4 teams. Winner. If he falls, they'll be down to 3, but he's so close to OMG, he can cause real problems.
He's only got that M16 on the burst mode. That would be huge for him, but unfortunately, he's going to have to try and back this off. I think he's just got to stay quiet. Now it's Avangar trying to make their way into the zone. OMG has great zone control here, and they're just trying to play tentatively. They don't know where Avangar is, and they're right on top of Winner.
A shrubbery is what Winner is hiding at the moment. A 2-3-1-1 is the way this rolls out. Vard and Winner are hoping that they don't have to take the fight. It's on OMG with the numbers to lose the advantage.
Anuktiv is very low health. He's only got bandages left.
Does he even want a med? Does that make enough sound?
Oh, they
look
found
for
him.
There it is. Okay, Winner is caught out. OMG.
This is looking great for OMG.
Yep.
Avangar has done well, but they've taken a lot of damage on the way there. Vard in a similar position. Not a lot of ammunition, very little meds. He's already got his boost maxed, or at least close to maxed. He's just going to have to wait for these two teams to go at each other, but OMG has a lot of good gear. They've got those crate weapons, they've got the level 3 vest, they've got those helmets, and they are poised to steal game number 1.
And they are on cleaning right now. Mumino is sitting in a small little crevice as OMG walks towards him. I don't know if his teammate, is it going to be enough assistance? Yeah, he can definitely hear him, but OMG aren't pushing hard enough.
He's got the best possible gun for this endgame situation. Now the final zone has revealed itself. Only 10 seconds remain. OMG's position to really grab this. They're all together. They can trade very easily. Mumino has to come up with something here.
There's the first shot.
Down.
Xiao Rong's going to get the first one. Finish off is just 1-1-3. Mumino is ticking to the circle. He'll stand up. One knock is going to be there, but he'll be finished off quickly. OMG still have the numbers. As WTSG, they at least guarantee second position, but I don't know what Vard can do. The pickup from Zhao Rong and Zhao Hai is up. Vard's pretty close to circle. Lion K, he can't come in close. Not against the Groza. You're right, no vest, no protection.
Vard has got an uphill battle here. There's only one spot for him to go, and that's to the center. This is the last play zone.
Anyone got a grenade? Lion K's going to see him looking down into the thicket. And OMG claim first position as China, who get to take #1 in round 1.
China is #1 in this first game on Miramar. A very nice performance from OMG. They grabbed those crate weapons and they grabbed a ton of kills.
16 in total.
Rolled through the end game and they grabbed their first victory here in the first person perspective tournament.
I love the 5th position, Honey Badgers. They got the circle every time, but no real fights. They got 2 kills for